Hello everyone, happy Friday. This is Ashley. We're going to be doing the weekly love quickies for each of these zodiac signs. We're going to do water, fire, earth, air. And you can check the description box down below for timestamps. Those won't work if you're watching the premiere, just so you know. But they will work once the video is done premiering. So this love quickie reading for each of the signs is going to apply to the week of September 25th. So we'll get started. Something else to remember, I'll link the playlist at the end of this video. But each of these zodiac signs has a new bonus reading out there for the Mercury retrograde. And so I recommend you check that out because the Mercury retrograde is all about relationships because it's in the sign of Libra. So you might find some additional guidance there in the realms of relationship. So I have pre-shuffled for this first element of water, and feel free to skip the shuffling that I do in between each of the elements. So starting with water, we're going to do Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what's going on. These cards are really kind of sticky. Might not have been the best tarot deck to choose for today. Okay. So, Cancer. Let's see what we got here. We have come to the edge. So this is kind of like the Fool card. It's like getting ready to take a leap of faith here. You or someone else. And there's all these hearts that look like rose petals on there. We also have wedding. This situation involves a marriage. So could be that a relationship is coming to the next level of commitment. Could also be that you are married to this person or the person that you are dealing with is married, vice versa. We have the King of Cups, the World, and the Page of Pentacles. So, getting a few things here. Someone here, King of Cups, could be dealing with a Scorpio. Also could be dealing with an earth sign or one of the fixed signs. So Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius showing up with that World card. I do feel like someone here is coming in to offer a commitment of some kind. It could be, okay, so I feel like there's several messages coming through here. So I'm going to start with the first one. So, water sign here, very intuitive, loving person. Could be male or female, gender not specific here. But somebody that has perhaps even been kind of hiding their emotions, you know, not coming off as necessarily cold or anything, but they haven't really maybe opened up quite a bit here. Now this person is either offering to travel with you, actually wants to go on a trip with this World card here, has ended a relationship, a committed relationship here in the recent past. It could also be that this person has just completed a major cycle. That could apply to you as well. Some sort of large cycle has come to a close. We did just have that Pisces full moon. And if you watched any of the full moon readings for Pisces that I did it was all about the theme of major life cycles coming to an end here. You can see in the center of this card is the flower of creation, sacred geometry here. And so something new is being created. Somebody here is getting ready to take a leap, and I believe come forward with a genuine offer to you. So this could be, hey, let's go on a trip. Hey, let's go on a date. But it's genuine. I think it's something they've probably been thinking about for some time, and it's maybe been slow to show up. So if you've known this person for a period of time, it could feel like it's taken forever for this offer to take place. Now, another thing that I feel like is coming through here, someone here could be, having just been divorced, is now getting ready to make an offer to you. It could be that you've recently ended a marriage, and it's like they've been waiting to take this leap of faith because such a big commitment has come to a close here. So that could explain some of the slower nature of this Page of Pentacles. This could also be someone that is just of a different culture from you with this World card. So it could be that you are from two different countries, religions, backgrounds, that kind of thing. And that, I feel like, may also play into that leap of faith because it's different, right? And so it could be a little bit causing some nerves for one or both of you, perhaps. So that's what I'm getting for Cancer. Sorry, my chair is all wonky here. Let me get situated. Scorpio. We have building blocks. So someone here is, just kind of perhaps even moving slowly. I get very pentacle-like energy from this, but essentially it's putting in a new foundation here and making sure that each one of these blocks is solid for that foundation. And so it could be that someone here is removing weaker blocks from their foundation. That could be coming in the form of ending old relationships, changing jobs, moving, any number of things. But also, I think this person's taking their time because, and this could be you, so take it as it resonates. Somebody here is, I feel like, taking their time because they want to make sure that this foundation is nice and solid before moving forward. Now we do have the Love Yourself First card coming in, and it says, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And so someone here has really been working on themselves and has certain values that are for sure going to be coming into play with this building blocks card. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Daughter of Swords, so the Page of Swords. So I do feel like someone here has recently walked away from some larger commitment. Now, Scorpio, you are represented by the Tower here. We have water, we have air. But it could be that you've walked away from something you were, emotionally invested in with that Eight of Cups in search of something that better fit your foundation. Because with the Tower here, you can kind of see it gets struck by lightning and then that foundation gets broken up. And so you may be in the process of rebuilding yourself or your own security at this time. Now, it could be also that some shocking information is coming in. someone is communicating that they are walking away, and that sort of, you know, shakes you up a little bit here. But I think what I'm getting more so is that there's communication coming in here that will be a bit of a surprise. This may have already happened for you, I'm feeling, in the last few days. So I think whatever this romantic relationship is, could be an air sign here. I think it's going to take its time. It's going to be slow, but I think it's because you're both attempting to honor yourself first, right? You're trying to be careful with the building blocks that you use for this new romance, and you're going to take your time and make sure everyone is, you know, every block is stable as you get to know one another, and, you know, at the same time trying to honor self. And I do feel like these messages have been coming up in the Mercury retrograde reading, so check that out. Okay, Pisces. We have chaos and conflict. So you see how this zebra is painted like a giraffe, and it's starting to break off, and his stripes are starting to show through here. Now this is a number 33, so a master number. And I guess you could even say that you could reduce that to a 6, and that would be the card of the Lovers. So I do feel like there's been a lot of things revealed recently, both about a potential relationship and even yourself, and how you come across. Are you being authentically you, and is your person being authentically themselves as well? We have unrequited love, so potentially a one-sided situation here. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And with chaos and conflict, something here is breaking down. You can kind of see how this man is kissing her hand, and she couldn't seem less interested here. So let's see what else we have. Justice, the 6 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. So, you know, kind of with the Justice card showing up here, you know, these are the scales of Libra. And I do feel like this was potentially a karmic relationship here. And I don't feel like those scales were balanced with that unrequited love there. Something wasn't quite right. And I think it's led to a revealing of your true self to you. And you could even find that you feel like the truth of someone else has come out. Like maybe you weren't seeing them clearly in the past. But I feel like that's happened already. And now we have the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. So victory, recognition, self-recognition, like really seeing your true self, really seeing the truth of this other person. And, you know, this 10 of Pentacles can certainly represent an ending because it's a 10. But I actually feel like, you see how there's a depiction of the tree of life here, down here. And then this entire 10 of Pentacles looks kind of like a mirror, right? Like this is the handle and this is the mirror. And so I think that you've been kind of uncovering and seeing the truth of your own value. I'm not really seeing love coming in. You could certainly be dealing with a Libra, fire sign, or earth sign here. But I think there's probably just something that's come to a close here that was imbalanced. I do feel like karma is going to take care of that. But I think you've gained some higher perspective here. You see how there's an eagle at the top of this card with that victory energy. You've kind of come out of something that has been difficult. It's been a battle. So that's what I'm getting there, Pisces. So let's move on to the fire signs. Let's see what we have for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this tarot is the Cosmic Visions Tarot. In case you are interested, I do believe it's listed in the description box. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Love for the week of September 24th. I think earlier I said the 25th. So this covers today all the way through next Thursday. Whoop. Page of Pentacles popping off there. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. So let's see, Aries, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. We're also getting observer. So someone's sitting, kind of hanging back, sitting in kind of a quiet space, just observing perhaps this love. We have the Page of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. So with this Four of Pentacles, I do feel like someone here is guarded up a bit. And it could just be because they're kind of keeping an eye on the behaviors and the communication style, you know, anything like that about this potential partner. And I do feel like someone is coming in here. Now this could be an apology, and this is why we have some of this guarded energy. You or your person is wanting to see what they're going to bring forward with this apology, and if they're actually going to follow through and correct that behavior. But I do feel like this person wants to come together with you and kind of lighten the mood a bit here with this Three of Cups. It could even be a reunion energy here that they're wanting to come back to you if, for example, you've had a split up here. Could be dealing with a water or earth sign. But I think you're kind of hanging back, you know, maybe not quite trusting right off the bat. Now, I do feel like this is a strong partnership here with the true love card coming through. So I think that, you know, certainly have your boundaries and hang back and see, do their actions meet their words? You know, when they come in to make this offer of love or this apology, are they demonstrating that or not, before you fully open back up to this? But it does feel like, I feel like it's you that's kind of sitting in that yin energy, that observer mode, that feminine energy, kind of waiting to see what the actions are going to be of this other person. Now, I am also seeing that I think what will happen is they will follow through and you'll be able to kind of open up and have some fun again in this respect. So, all right, Leo, what do we got here? Past life relationship, you have known each other before. And then we have time for a nap. So it could kind of be pulling your energy back and going into a bit of rest and recovery here when it comes to this relationship. We have the sun, so that's you, the devil, and the star. Wow, 3 majors here. So you could very well be dealing with an Aquarius, another Leo, a Capricorn. This is what's showing up here. But I feel like this person kind of has your heart in their hands here. You can see how they're on the devil card. There's a heart in this cage. There's some sort of bond here that has perhaps proven toxic in the past, and has been difficult. And I think the reason that you're in this rest period is because there needed to be some serious healing here. Some kind of, with the star card, it could even be that you and this person are no longer officially together. So I do feel like healing is taking place at this time with that rest. And I think some with the sun showing up as well, it's giving you time to really see what about this relationship was so addictive, toxic, or just felt very like this uncontrollable cord connection between the two of you. Now, with that being a past life relationship, that makes sense. This is probably a karmic situation that is forcing you both to learn some lessons, and sometimes those lessons aren't learned until we've been put through the ringer, right? With that double energy. And so it looks like at this time, you're just working on your own healing, your own happiness. That could be what this person is also doing. There could have also been a lot of substances being used in this relationship. So drugs, alcohol, and that kind of thing. That won't apply to everyone, but it may apply to some of you. So it feels like this is kind of just in this pause. And it looks like that's needed in order to heal. And really, I keep seeing this compass on the star card here, and really see what the direction is going to be from here. You know, as this healing takes place, where's this going to go? Where are you going to go? You know? And I feel like that's still not quite decided. All right, Sagittarius. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I'll tweak my camera here. And then we have regeneration. So this is kind of like a death rebirth. You can see that this poor little tree has been burned down to nothing but a trunk and some twigs. And there's new life starting to grow, new leaves starting to sprout on this tree. So some sort of rebirth process is happening here. But we have some red flags potentially. We have the King of Wands, so I feel like that is you, Sagittarius. We also have the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So you could be dealing with either an earth sign or more specifically a Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus here. Now, with the red flags, I kind of feel like there's been something clearly burned to the ground, some kind of tower moment that set the foundation crumbling here between you and this person. And you're kind of, for the Sagittarians that I'm reading for at this time, I kind of feel like you've kind of bossed up. You're mostly healed, if not already healed from this situation, and you're feeling pretty good and confident about yourself at this juncture. I do feel like you had initially put a lot of time and effort into this relationship in the past. You can see all these pentacles are down with the roots. So even as that tree gets set on fire, like all the above surface would be burned, right? But the actual roots of the tree are protected under the ground. And I think you can see this eye at the center of the Wheel of Fortune. I do feel like something is shifting here, but I feel like you are paying attention to the red flags. I don't know that there are red flags showing up, but I feel like because something's kind of been burned to the ground here, and it seems to have been like this turn in the wheel here. So something seems to have shifted in a more positive direction. Now you've got your eye on it because you don't want it to burn down again, or you don't want to be hurt again. And so I think rather than this saying you need to pay attention to the red flags, I think that you just are, is what I'm saying there. So, you know, this Seven of Pentacles, I would say, if there was an advice card here, it would be the Seven of Pentacles. And it's really because it's kind of just slow moving. You know, a tree doesn't regrow overnight. It's going to take a long time to kind of come back into its full splendor here. And so, you know, just take things slow. I kind of feel like that is coming up for every one of these fire signs here. With Observer, Take a Nap, and that Seven of Pentacles there is just like one step at a time. So certainly keep an eye out for red flags and that kind of thing. But I do feel like something here has shifted in a positive direction as a result of that like tower moment or whatever took place. And I think you're in a really strong position here. And so, you know, one step at a time, see how things go. All right, let's do Earth. I'm gonna get a drink. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What's going on for our Earth signs the week of the 24th when it comes to love? Taurus, Virgo, the week of September 24th. Okay, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay, Taurus. This one's kind of interesting. We have TikTok, which can be kind of this energy where we feel like time is getting away from us. Like it's like we're not moving and time continues to move kind of feel to it. You can see it's on this like hot air balloon and seems to be escaping. But we also have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And then we have the Four of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. So it's really kind of interesting because I do feel like someone here has been waiting for commitment. Like... We have TikTok, we have the Three of Wands here. Somebody wants commitment. Somebody wants to see this relationship expand. But at this time, there's some dissatisfaction here. They don't enjoy the fact that they're waiting, whether that's you or your person. But something about this relationship at this juncture is a bit emotionally dissatisfying. You can see that she's surrounded by the energy of this fourth cup, but she also has her eyes shut. So I do feel like codependency could be playing a part in that. It's like I want it, but I don't want it. I like it, but I don't like it. You know, it's like these two opposing forces coming together. And I do feel like this is happening within you, Taurus. We have fire and water showing up here as well. Taurus represented here by the Hierophant. So it could very well be that this time feels like it's getting away from you and there's all this waiting, but I think what you're being asked to see is what you're surrounded by here. Now normally on the Three of Cups, there's three cups here, and the person on the cup is dissatisfied with what they have. And then there's this cup that pops out of the sky, like the universe is making an offer, and this person doesn't even see it because they're so busy worried about these cups they don't like, right? And so there could be something going on in this relationship where you're put on pause because there's some aspect of looking for satisfaction outside of yourself. You know, when it comes to, and I feel like that's why this codependency card is showing up. It's more like you're looking, now we do have a lion down here. I don't think I've ever noticed that. It could be dealing with a Leo energy. But I think it's kind of talking about like time will move here the minute you recognize what there is to have gratitude about as it is right now. So finding that satisfaction within you before it shows up in the physical, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm getting for Taurus. Interesting. Let's look at Virgo. We have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And we also have higher power. So it could be receiving messages, synchronicities from your higher self, or, you know, from the spirit world, that kind of thing. And we have the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So to me, this feels like a warning because someone here, we have swords, so air, water, and fire. Could be really any sign you're dealing with here. But I think that this person is approaching you in a very flirty manner. I mean, we have the Ace of Wands here and the Seven of Swords. There's something that this person is not telling you. There's some sneaky behavior here. It could be that, you know, they flirt with everyone, or they're just not putting all the swords on the table here. And it is shown as, in this deck, it's shown as a two-faced fox. So something is being hidden. And it looks to be, like on this card, we have 3 swords here, 3 here, but then there's one hidden under his coat there. So he's keeping something under wraps here. It may be very flirty, and it may feel like this is going to be the best relationship ever. It could feel like a very happy, I mean, this is the Ten of Cups. It could feel like you finally met someone after dealing with a bunch of yahoos, and that could very well be the situation here. But pay attention to your intuition with this higher self showing up as well. Pay attention to any gut feelings you might be having. If there's questions arising within you about this person's honesty, or if they are approaching you with a genuine offer, flirting is fine, sexy time is fine, all those good things, you know, right? But with the Seven of Swords here, either you've dealt with someone tricky in the past and you finally have this fortune after a difficulty with the Ten of Cups, or what I was initially feeling is that this person could be dealing with an air sign, is dousing you with flirting and sexual energy to hide something. And so pay attention to that more intuitive aspect of yourself. Any signs, any kind of gut feelings there, okay? All right, Capricorn. We have yin energy, so feminine, resting energy, intuitive. You can see there's this bowl here and it's kind of flowing, overflowing with water, almost kind of like the Ace of Cups. We also have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So it's interesting when these two come in, yin and make the effort, it's like opposing forces, right? Yin energy is resting and receptive, while yang energy makes the effort. So it could be a couple of things here before I even look at these other cards. It could be that you've been at rest for too long and you're being encouraged to make a move here. That your intuition is guiding you to do, or we have a masculine and feminine energy here, and the feminine lies in wait and the masculine energy is being encouraged to make a move, okay? We have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So here's what I'm feeling here. I feel like there's maybe been some effort put in by the feminine here, just small, you know, maybe a text or maybe an email, a phone call, something, some sort of, you know, nice gesture, right? And the masculine in this situation is stuck in his head, not listening to his intuition about making a real move here. So we have fire and air showing up here. So take it as it resonates. It seems to be a bit of a combination of different things. But there's something that's keeping this masculine stuck in his head. And I say that because of this Knight of Swords. Now, it could be that the feminine is stuck in her head and the masculine is making all the effort here. So just take it as it resonates. But I kind of feel like, you see how this Knight of Swords is like swatting at this bee. He's like slashing his sword, trying to catch this bee that's here. And he appears to be missing. Like he hasn't killed the bee, right? So it could be that someone here is kind of fighting off those negative stuck thoughts here. And so if that is you, based on these cards, I would tap more into your feminine, your intuition, in order to know what to do. Because this card specifically says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like perhaps your intuition is speaking to you or to the masculine energy in this dynamic, and they're just too busy being stuck in their heads. So, all right. Next, we have air. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Give this a good shuffle here, and then we will move on to air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the week of September 24. Libra, Aquarius, let's see. All right, Gemini, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. We also have by the book, Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like someone here is taking what feels like all the right steps in a relationship to have this, you know, solid beginning, right? And sort of going by the book or what they know. You see how these elephants are all in a line here? You know, so kind of taking past lessons and that kind of thing and really giving this new beginning the healthiest start that they can give it. I do feel like the other person in this dynamic is maybe not being so forthcoming here. We have the Five of Swords, the Two of Wands here, and I feel like this person is still deciding whether or not to open up to this. I feel like there's some inner conflict going on with this person that they may be hiding, but I do feel like you are picking up on this. I don't feel like, for the most part, I feel like most of you would sense this. And I feel like it's perhaps even causing you some conflict at this juncture because you feel like you've been, you know, you made the decision, you're putting in the work to give this a good start, and this person is still wishy-washy. That's what I'm getting from this. Could be dealing with earth, fire, and air, so it could be any sign. And so I would pay attention to perhaps what's being said specifically when arguments come up, because I do feel like this person is maybe dropping hints about their indecision here to allow this relationship to bloom. So pay attention to that, because I feel like it's pretty obvious that they're sitting in this Five of Swords energy. I think you're picking up on it, and I think you're trying really hard, but they're maybe not coming to it with the same amount of effort because they're too busy stuck in their head about whether this is what they want or not. So heads up on that, Gemini. Let's see, Libra. We have getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So some conversations going on. We also have the Thinker. So someone here is certainly in their head. Now, what this automatically reminds me of is that Mercury, which is our thought processes, is about to go retrograde in your sign, Libra. So there could be a lot of mental activity, a lot of conversations happening. And I feel like you're maybe still measuring one another up as this is happening. There's a lot of mental activity going on with this. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So I feel like both of you, this feels like both of you. I feel like both of you have kind of been in this healing, resting place. Perhaps you haven't been dating, or perhaps you've both been hurt recently and you've been in this healing process from perhaps even a past romantic relationship that didn't work out. And I think you're both still kind of trying to decide, like I said, measure each other up with that Two of Pentacles on whether or not this relationship is kind of worth your time. We have the Six of Swords here, so whether to stay or go, right? And there's a lot of thinking energy here. I don't feel like this is going to be resolved quite for a little bit. So air, earth, air sign showing up there. But there's like, you're kind of, like I said, weighing each other up and getting to know each other. And I think as you get to know each other more, it'll become more clear whether or not this is the relationship for you. All right, who's last? That was Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, we have you deserve love. You are lovable. And why? So you could be questioning a relationship at this time. Perhaps your own part that you play in a relationship. You know, how much you've given, how much you've received, why you've accepted that in the past. You know, a lot of thinking going on here. We do have the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So again, a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating, perhaps why something was a missed opportunity in the past with that Ace of Swords. Could also be just kind of stuck in this, trying to gain some wisdom about yourself and whether or not you want a new beginning here. But I do feel like it's because you're still contemplating a situation and why something happened in the past. I do feel like you're taking good care of yourself. You're trying to heal with that you deserve love card. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, air, fire here. But for me, it almost feels like there's potentially not even a partner yet involved in this situation. I think you're just kind of like deciding, do I want something new? Am I ready for that? Why did things happen the way they did in the past? And you're kind of in this like stuck mental energy, perhaps really reflecting on what you didn't see in the past and why it happened. So lots of mixtures of things going on. The air signs are clearly doing a lot of thinking. Not surprised, right? So I hope that was helpful, everyone. Make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and also check out the playlist that is linking right now for the Mercury retrograde messages for each of the signs. I recommend you watch your Sun and Rising in particular on those videos. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week ahead. And just keep in mind, we are entering into the retrograde, so things could get interesting in the relationship department because it's happening in the sign of Libra. Also, I have been doing, well, I always do readings on Instagram every day. Today's was pretty interesting because it talked a lot about relationships. I look at the astrology and the collective energy every day and pull some cards. And recently I've been doing a song of the day that I channel in from Archangel Sandalphon. So you're interested in checking that out and getting a daily update, you can follow me on Instagram. The link for that is also down below in the description box. I will see you next time. Bye.